Today, we'll be looking at the weirdest laws ever created that still exist today. Banning whaling with a bow and arrow, London, England. Nestled amidst the bustling streets and iconic landmarks of London, an ancient and rather quirky law remains in place to this day: the prohibition of whaling using a bow and arrow. This odd legal relic harks back to the 14th century, a time when whale hunting was a prominent maritime activity. In those days, hunters would use bows and arrows to target these massive sea creatures. While the evolution of technology and ethical concerns have rendered this method obsolete, the law's persistence showcases London's deep connection to its maritime history. As the city has evolved into a global hub of culture and commerce, this peculiar law serves as a quirky reminder of the bygone era when such regulations were practical. No salmon suspicion, UK. Hidden within the labyrinthine intricacies of the UK's Salmon Act of 1986 lies a gem of legal peculiarity: the enigmatic clause that makes it an offense to handle salmon in suspicious circumstances. The intent behind this provision was undoubtedly serious, to protect and conserve the cherished salmon population. However, the ambiguous wording has transformed this law into a source of lighthearted speculation and imagination. Legal scholars and enthusiasts have entertained whimsical scenarios, debating what constitutes suspicious circumstances when it comes to salmon handling. This delightful legal twist serves as a testament to the versatility of language and the unexpected dimensions that law can take on, even in matters as mundane as fish conservation. Forbidden ice cream in your back pocket, Kentucky, USA. Nestled within the heart of the picturesque American state of Kentucky is an intriguing law that one might consider both amusing and perplexing: the prohibition of carrying ice cream in one's back pocket. This seemingly whimsical regulation dates back to the 19th century and holds its origins in a rather practical concern: horse theft. Legend has it that clever thieves would employ ice cream as an unconventional bait to divert the attention of horses, allowing them to abscond undetected. In response, lawmakers devised this specific ban as a creative deterrent. While modern law enforcement and technological advancements have rendered this method of horse thievery obsolete, the law endures as an endearing reminder of Kentucky's colorful history. No dying in the House of Parliament, London, England. Standing as a solemn symbol of British democracy and governance, the House of Parliament in London is also home to an enigmatic law that raises eyebrows: the prohibition of dying within its premises. This rather curious regulation traces its roots back to the 1300s, a time when the conveniences of modern healthcare and swift logistics were non-existent. The rationale behind the law was pragmatic. The death of a sitting member of parliament during a session could lead to significant disruptions, as the deceased body would need to remain until a by-election could be held. While the law is, of course, unenforceable and has lost its practicality, it endures as a captivating piece of legal history that adds an unexpected layer of intrigue to the historic chambers. Beware of pigeon feeding, Venice, Italy. Amidst the timeless allure of Venice's meandering canals and architectural splendors exists a law that addresses a very modern challenge: the prohibition of feeding pigeons in public spaces. At first glance, this regulation might appear straightforward, but it reflects a deeper concern rooted in Venice's unique context. The city's delicate historical buildings have suffered from the corrosive effects of pigeon droppings, and there's a growing awareness of the potential for disease transmission from these urban avian inhabitants. In an effort to safeguard both its rich cultural heritage and public health, the law underscores the complex interplay between preservation and adaptation. As pigeons continue to flock around St. Mark's Square, this law stands as a tangible reminder of the delicate balance between tradition and the evolving needs of a city. Before we continue, make sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying it. Also press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming content. Now let's get back to what we were talking about. Corset regulations, United States and other jurisdictions. Delving into the annals of legal history, one discovers a fascinating collection of laws aimed at regulating the wearing of corsets in various US states and other jurisdictions. Originating from a time when corsets were popular and fashionable, these laws were introduced to address health concerns arising from tightly laced corsets. For example, in Massachusetts, it is a legal requirement to obtain a physician's prescription before donning a corset. Meanwhile, in California, women are barred from wearing corsets with a circumference of less than 18 inches. These laws, though seemingly outdated, highlight the historical interplay between fashion, health, and legislation. They serve as a testament to changing societal attitudes towards clothing and personal well-being, as well as a reminder of the persistence of unusual legal relics. Silly hat bans in theaters, United Kingdom. The charming theaters of the United Kingdom boast not only captivating performances, but also an intriguing law dating back to the Theatre Act of 1843. This legislation intended to maintain decorum and prevent disruptions inadvertently birthed an oddity, a prohibition against wearing masks or disguises unless a part of a theatrical act. Over time, this law has even been interpreted to restrict the donning of silly hats or peculiar headgear that might obstruct views or cause distractions to the audience. The persistence of this law adds a layer of whimsy to theater culture, underscoring the enduring influence of historical legal frameworks on contemporary entertainment experiences. Outlawed whale hunting on Sundays, Ohio, United States. Ohio, a landlocked state far removed from the ocean's expanse, harbors an enigmatic legal relic, a law prohibiting the hunting of whales on Sundays. This seemingly incongruous relation stems from a historical context when whaling was a critical industry with implications beyond coastal regions. The law serves as a curious testament to the interconnectedness of economic activities across disparate geographic areas. While the practical relevance of this law may have waned over time, it encapsulates the notion that legal systems can extend their reach far beyond what one might expect, leaving behind a quirky reminder of bygone maritime endeavors. Forbidden whistling in Canada's national parks, Canada. Amidst the breathtaking natural beauty of Canada's national parks, an unusual law continues to intrigue visitors: the prohibition of whistling. Dating back to the time when the park wardens used whistles for communication, this law was implemented to avoid confusion and ensure effective communication in remote areas. While it may seem counterintuitive to restrict whistling in places known for their serenity, the law remains a quaint reminder of historical practices. While modern forms of communication have made this law largely obsolete, it adds a touch of quirky charm to the wilderness experience, inviting visitors to reflect on the evolution of park management and the preservation of tranquility. Banning the practice of witchcraft, Canada. Deep within the legal archives of Canada lies a peculiar entry: the prohibition of practicing witchcraft. This arcane law, rooted in age-old fears of sorcery and superstition, continues to exist, despite the societal advancements that have transformed our understanding of the world. While the notion of witchcraft as a crime may seem antiquated, this law's presence serves as a stark reminder of the historical context from which it emerged. It also underscores the evolution of legal systems and the need to periodically reevaluate and modernize laws to align with contemporary values, shedding archaic beliefs that no longer hold societal relevance. Prohibiting the possession of hedgehogs, Arizona, United States. Amid the arid landscapes of Arizona, an unexpected legal oddity has taken root: a law that bans the possession of hedgehogs as pets. Enacted in the 1990s, this regulation was conceived with public health concerns in mind, stemming from fears of disease transmission by these prickly creatures. While seemingly quirky, this law represents the delicate balance between individual freedoms and the collective well-being. For hedgehog enthusiasts in Arizona, this legal restriction may evoke both curiosity and frustration, yet it stands as a testament to the complexities of crafting legislation that reflects both societal values and the need to safeguard public health. This brings us to the end of our video. Here was a look at the weirdest laws ever created that still exist today.